8 p.m. My name's Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Arua City fulfills one of its social corporate responsibilities. Moya schools urged to embrace debate competitions. And in sports, Arua City to host the National Persons with Disabilities Sports Gala. This and more in the NILE News Bulletin. It's the 3rd of October 2023 and you're most welcome to the NILE on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. The Arua City authorities have fulfilled one of its social corporate responsibilities by hiring a caterpillar truck to maintain the 2-kilometer stretch heading to the garbage compost site in Ewata Village, Iruba Parish, Fura Sub-County, Arua District. This comes after an uproar of residents in the area who twice blocked the Arua City garbage truck from going to dump rubbish at the site, accusing it of destroying the roads and also failure of the authorities to maintain the roads. Osuta Yusuf has more.
The Arua City authorities have on Tuesday, 3rd October 2023, fulfilled its mandate of rehabilitating the road leading to the garbage decomposing site in Ewata Village, Iruba Parish in Fura Sub-County, Arua District, by hiring a caterpillar to maintain the 2-kilometer road stretch leading to its garbage dumping site. This step taken by the city authorities is triggered by an action of the residents in this area who had twice blocked the city garbage truck from going to dump the rubbish in that site, accusing it of destroying the roads and also failure by the authorities to maintain the road. The community project chairperson in Iruba Parish, Adam Abdul Malik, says they took that action to block the roads because of Arua City's authorities' delay to fulfill its obligation. He added it's the garbage site located in this area that has made the city to get involved into the road issue.
The work here has started officially today after long struggle of the community. So the other time, actually it was on 23rd, we the two communities came together for a meeting to see how we shall solve this issue. We agree all together that the roads will be closed because the city councils are also one of us using the same, they have their site here in this community of water. So since when they were taking long, we agreed that the roads will be closed until when something has to be done. So it means today I'm so excited to see that the work has been started. I think they will work on it very well, I think. The
LC1 chairperson of Ewata Village, Farouk J. Enzama, who said poor state of the road has made garbage transporters to dump it on the road, thanked the Arua City and district authorities for working hand in hand by ensuring the voices of the people are heard.
All the trucks that are transporting the garbages to their dumping site, because of the poor condition, they don't dump it on the road, and which is also hazard to the community. Because of that, the community are now raise their complaint to ensure that municipal has to maintain this road. And I really thanked the district and the city officials to work hand in hand to ensure the people's voice has really been considered.
Arua City Deputy Town Clerk Cornelius Jobele, who acknowledged the deplorable state of the road leading to its composite in Ewata Village, Iruba Parish, blamed it on the heavy rainfall. He mentioned lack of road equipment as the greatest challenge that is affecting road maintenance and road works in the city.
It's true, the road that is leading to the compost plant where we manage our garbage has been in sorry state. And it is not only that road alone in the city, quite a number of roads are in bad state because of the devastating rains. And one fact is that Arua City does not have what is called a road unit. Road unit is a complete set of equipment from grader to wheel loader, bulldozer, all those things, those components the city doesn't have. So we rely on borrowing from the neighboring local governments. Sometimes we borrow from Arua district, sometimes we borrow from Maracha, just depending on the availability. So that means that we may not actually timely maintain the roads as we plan to do, because we also subjected to the programs in the neighboring local governments. If they tell us the equipment is in use, there is no other option, because if you go to the option of hiring, it is quite expensive, because I think per hour the grader is charged about 1.8 million. So it is untenable. We acknowledge the state of that road, and indeed last week the community rose, but we had a dialogue and we agreed we would maintain it. One fact is that that is a community access road. A community access road is a mandate of the sub-county where it is located. But because we have our composting plant there, we usually take charge of maintaining that portion that leads to our site. So since last week we have been trying to look for equipment, and today we tried to borrow equipment from one of our contractors in the city. We are grateful to China Railways 7th Group. They gave us the equipment, and that's why work is going on there.
However, on the issue, the resident from the sub-county raised about the MOU between the city and the district during the purchase of the land for the city's compost site over 10 years ago. Cornelius, upon dismissing it as a lie, revealed a plan to tarmac that road. Peace Oshaki, Osuta Yusuf, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Moving on to Zombo District, over 23,276 residents in Zombo Town Council, Zombo District, will benefit from pipe water system under the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. Earlier this year, Zombo District local government received over 1 billion shillings for the construction of pipe water for Zombo Town Council, as it's set to be completed by December 2023. Alfred Jawok reports.
During a site meeting with the Zombo Town Council officials on Monday, 2nd October this year, at the Zombo Town Council office, it was observed that the contractor undertaking the project will hand over the site to Zombo District local government early December this year. Naftali Oshamagiu, chairperson local council 3 Zombo Town Council, said the piped water system will reduce cases of waterborne diseases since some water sources in the town council are not safe for drinking.
Office panga so I want to mark you their office more any as madonga be which office in every two mapodi Christmas or Mungo wa mi lela in ya bodo hot in the office ni kai te ko pato piri beruta dan le lori dan le yungi then lema mirari onda mapira ta ku tepi ti te mapira ta many don abe nyuto ne dan le ne pieni by November nyo December no pieni don etu de pasmo ache la share so project mi PA chalama ibe nano tije jo betemo and that by November no do shakorengo mena me for ne dano matane me dano be dekere kodwa we ngom de mi ngom ne gi mo be gere e mo so lo sene ne gi police tutu mungo de cheke ma ene gi cheke ki development.
Meanwhile, Gerald Komakech, health assistant, Zombo Town Council, confirmed that the pipe water system has come timely to help local people with the challenges of clean water. He appealed to the local community to embrace the program by registering for connections.
The community of Zombo Town Council, in that it has been long awaited. We as Zombo, or Zombo Town Council, of course we have some natural water sources. Some have been protected, some were not protected. Those that were protected, they are several years back. So most of them are dead, or the yield is no longer sufficient. You find that the people can take long to fetch a 20-liter jerrycan. So with the pipe water, this will really reduce the time. Someone can connect it to their own home and reduce the time to fetch water. And also find that some water sources are very far from a particular household, or so they have to walk a long distance to go and fetch it. So this will reduce the distance to the water source. So also, this project will really help us to reduce sanitation-related diseases or hygiene-related diseases. In that most of our water sources, they are not managed well at the source. So you find from the time from where they are fetching it to the water source to home, between that distance, there's a lot of contamination that is happening. So we consume water that is, people can consume water that is dirty, and you find the diseases related to sanitation and hygiene are rampant in the community. So this will really improve or reduce the cases of water-related conditions, especially to those households that will be benefiting from this water project.
Kizito Binega, Town Clerk, Zombo Town Council, said over 723 customers have applied to be connected to the pipe water system. He assures the community that they will have clean water early December this year.
So far, 780 applicants have shown interest. They have applied. We are expecting more. We are going to be receiving those applications that will be coming, and we expect them to pay how much? 50,000. We are expecting them to pay 50,000 for the connection to be done to the household who have showed interest, so long as they have been approved. So definitely this water is going to help to improve on their livelihood in terms of their health. So we are calling upon those who have not yet applied to come in. There are a lot of forms here at the town council. They can come in and apply so that they get connected to this water project.
Early this year, Zombo District Local Government received over 1 billion shillings for the construction of pipe water system for Zombo Town Council.
Water is life, and in Zombo Town Council, over 23,000 people will benefit from this water project undertaken by King Albert Construction Limited. And indeed, since 2010, when Zombo was established, they never had clean water, but the residents are very happy about this project. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, leaders in the West Nile region are blaming the high infant mortality rates to a range of factors, including poverty, missed antenatal visits, low immunization rates, child marriages, teenage pregnancies, and a surge of malaria cases, particularly most hinted in the districts of Madiokolo, Nebi, Terego, and Arua. Frederick Jamadri reports.
Leaders in Western region are blaming the high infant mortality rates to a range of factors, including poverty, missed antenatal visits, low immunization rates, child marriages, teenage pregnancies, and the surge in malaria cases. These have been evidenced in most of the heated districts of Madiokolo, Nebi, Terego, and Arua districts. Cited in the 2022-2023 Uganda Demographic Health Survey report, the region has a troubling trend with infant and prenatal deaths on the rise in all the districts, ranging from 15 to 34 deaths per 1,000 births, something resulting to the causes of newborn deaths, stillbirths, and deaths among the under fives that vary from district to district. Christopher Radiku, the community health officer at Arua Regional Referral Hospital, confirms that various factors ranging from nutritional deficiencies and other concerns are attributed to the surge in the infant mortalities.
Issues of nutritional deficiencies also are on the increase. that also adds on the infant mortalities, alongside the commonest being malaria and sometimes respiratory infections as well.
Despite improvements in the health facility deliveries across the country, Western Nile sub-region lags behind, with only Arua City, Moyo and Nebi districts performing above 68% in the 2022-2023 Uganda Demographic Health Survey report. Jessica Draru, the district health officer in charge of maternal child health in Marsa district, reveals that poor attitudes of the community members towards antenatal visits as well as family planning has triggered the widespread child mortalities.
The communities have been pampered so much. The pampering of the community has led even to some members telling you that when you ask them, why haven't you come for this clinic? Why haven't you brought your child? I just felt relaxed. You see, I just feeling lazy to come. Such answers, what do I do as a nurse? It is your life, and you are telling me I'm feeling relaxed. Maybe we need to do a lot through the LCs, through the VSTs. I don't know what we can do best, but the community is forgetting its role, even refusing referrals.
Some of the health workers share different opinions over the increase in prenatal deaths and infant mortalities.
They have one child, but they are single mothers. Ask randomly in this town here, or town and other places. Then the issue of drugs, it's leading here. Do we expect indicators to improve when we see these negative things?
This is more compounded by the alarming teenage pregnancy cases, with almost all the districts except Juman and Moyo that registered rates of less than 15%, Zombo 28% and Arua City 27% teenage pregnancies. Moses Dalili, Pakwasi District Chief Administrative Officer, says all the stakeholders need to be involved so as to avoid cases of abortion among the young children.
Parents moving to the health facility for antenatal care. You see a young boy and a young girl as people have gone for antenatal care. And that is almost the same thing we have seen in Pakwasi. So we are doing the survey to establish the burden, but our appeal is that children must be taken to school.
In a bid to address the concerns that exist as blockages for universal access to quality health service delivery, including long distances to health facilities, among others, leaders are urging government to national health policy implementation for the survival of the newborns. Frederick Shamadri, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Now in Moyo District, schools in Moyo District have been urged to embrace debate so as to widen the minds of their learners. This appeal was made by the chairperson Noble Debate and Speech Forum, Mr. Asobasi Leonard, during the post-primary school debate competition held over the weekend in Moyo Secondary School. Okumu Dominic reports.
The competition is the first ever debate and speech tournament organized for the post-primary schools in Moyo District, which gave the platform to the learners to express their talent among themselves. Mr. Sobasi Leonard, the chairperson Noble Debate and Speech Forum Uganda, the organizer of the competition, urged the schools in Moyo District to embrace debates so as to widen the minds of the learners, and adds that there is need to provide platforms for the learners to express themselves and improve their knowledge.
This particular debate and speech championship, we have organized it to provide a platform for our young people to identify and develop the talent in debate and speech. Our focus is for the next years that will be coming. We also have a very good representation. You know, one challenge which we realized is West Nile and Moyo District in particular has not been represented well in the national arena as far as debate and speech is concerned. So we're providing the platform where learners can be brought together, they learn, and they also take the interest to participate in national tournaments of debate and speech. We believe this will help us to get a new brand of youth who will be able to contribute to the development of our district, to the development of our sub-region as Madi.
Mr. Amanya Ahmed, the chief judge for the debating competition, implored all the stakeholders in the district to engage the learners in finding solutions to some of the challenges facing the community since the learners have diverse knowledge needed to solve some of the vices affecting the society.
The service providers have to be called to book. They have to account for their demand. They have to account for the full duties. And most importantly, this debate examined the readiness of the students to undertake some of these actions by themselves. It does happen that the community does neglect the students here, but we have no idea. If not until you had been in this debate here, you'd get to realize actually that this is a human resource. The students these students are a reservoir of information. If at all we give them latitude, they could be in position to generate the best of ideas that can push this community forward. It's my hope and belief that if we engage these students as stakeholders in our communities, we'll be able to ameliorate the diverse challenges that the community faces. It's my hope and prayer to the Head Teachers Association that they encourage debate, because we do believe that with debate we'll be able to come closer to the truth that abiding actual our society.
Mr. Andema Desmond Angulibo, the Chief Judge for Public Speaking, said the competition gave the learners the opportunity to organize and structure their speeches very well so as to prepare them for their future tasks and responsibilities.
We came to realize that these students really have a very big pool of knowledge, but then public speaking gives them a chance to organize and structure their speeches very well, that tomorrow in communities when they are speaking out, they speak out as advocates for gender, for sexual reproductive health. We had speeches that were talking about early pregnancies, what they could do in order to curb early pregnancies, and it became very interesting how public speakers could even cite the advantage of education in fighting against girl-child early marriages and pregnancies, giving reference points from what happened in COVID, comparing with what is happening right now. So public speaking is basically it's a competition that is yet new into the sector of Uganda, because Uganda as a country basically dwelled much into debates. They came to realize of recent how important public speaking was, and it has been brought on board. And this is the first time actually West Nile is having a debate competition that has public speaking.
The debate and speech competition brought in 4 schools, namely Moyo SS, Bishop Asili SS, Moyo Star High School, and St. Andrews College Moyo, in which St. Andrews College Moyo emerged the winner of the competition in both debate and speech, with Moyo SS being the runners-up. The debate and speech competition was organized by the Noble Debate and Speech Forum Uganda under the theme Building Safer Learning Environment Through Demystifying Sexual Reproductive Health Rights and Mental Health Issues among the learners. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumo for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. Police in Entebbe have netted 4 people over the killing of a fellow Muslim in Nkumba, Kasembi ward. The Kampala Metropolitan Police, Luke Oyesinjire, stated that it is alleged that approximately 9 p.m. a conflict erupted between the Muslim community regarding Muslim management affairs that claimed the life of Kigundu Ahmed. Kigundu managed to escape and sought refuge at Kasenyi Police Station due to his serious injuries, was transferred to the nearby Mid-Tech Health Center in Nkumba and later succumbed to his injuries shortly after his arrival. According to Umaru Wanji, the business partner to the deceased, said that the fight erupted between the Muslim members who attacked the deceased at the moment he was coming from prayers. And more in our stories. The management of Intare School in Mbara has suspended all senior 6 students over indiscipline. According to the circular dated October the 3rd, students who have been suspended for exhibiting what the school termed as a high degree of indiscipline on the night of Monday. It is understood that the students staged a strike on Monday night over yet to be known reasons. According to the school headmaster, the strike resulted into the damage of school property.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Oraku Benson Pastor. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE Sports News. A lot of stories are happening in the world of sports. Today is already 3rd of October and the year still remains 2023. Let's start with what's happening within the region, particularly in Arua City, as persons with disability have poured in Arua City with huge numbers, more especially at Mvarasine Secondary School and at PTC. And they are poured for Paralympic Games, which actually kick-started today, and they are expected to run for a week and will end on 8th of October. And the year is 2023, probably on Sunday. Farsi Majid reports.
Hundreds of persons with disability from the different parts of the country are camping at Vara Senior School and Arua Primary Teachers College for the 8th edition of the National Disability Games. The games kicked off today on the 3rd of October with the screening exercise for the different age categories. Persons with different disabilities, such as the visually impaired, those who have hearing impairments, and those physically handicapped, have turned up for these games. The PWDs will participate in several games, such as athletics, basketball, handball, among other games. Tumwesi J. Innocent, the General Secretary for Uganda Paralympic Committee, says that the games will be used to select those who will be able to represent the country at the national level and at the Paralympic Games.
This kind of this championship is going to be our qualifying event for 2024 as Uganda level, but mostly para athletics sport. Those who will qualify here, we shall have to take them to Dubai next year, maybe around Feb. If they qualify, then we have to take them to Paris for 2024 Paralympic Games. So that's what we are here, and we welcome everyone to come and watch these games. Today we have
some of the participants who have turned up for the games expressed enthusiasm towards the games and had this to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, outside, I am called Joy Masia Cheng, a student of Bull High School, and I'm in Form 3 this year. First and foremost, I would like to appreciate the Almighty God for allowing us to be in this Paralympic game again, to have it for this year. As I've told you, our school has chosen to come for this Paralympic. First of all, before I go into that, in the first position. And this year the same, by God's grace, we think we are going, I don't think, but we are going to go back with our trophy, with the effort that we are going to make. That's our expectation from this game, and also to learn more, because we know that with the visual impairment, we are the only one who always come for this game. But this time around, I'm seeing the people with the hearing impairment, we have the visual impairment, we have the wheelchair raise, and it's so surprising. It looks so shocked for us to see such kind of people coming around, because last year we were only having, if not, we were having only 2 groups participating, and we thought we were not going to have these people again. So it also looks so nice for us to be in such a game like this, and also to create friendship among the people. And I hope some of my friends who will go back, they will go with a surprise or with some friendship that they have created among themselves.
My name is Tom, a visually impaired person, and I'm from Arua City, the community, from a club called the Coxstar Club. I'm very happy for this day that has come, and for this event of the Para Sports Gala that has come to our place, that is Arua City. We are grateful to be the host, and we are grateful to be participating in this tournament. It's a tournament where the country comes in to select the best players. And why basically we're here as the club, as the community club, is we want to first of all retain all the trophies here and the medals here, and then to be among those that qualify to present the country next year in France. So in the camp of the community of Arua City Coxstar Club, we are very ready, prepared, and so happy in the camp to see that they come to pass with a victory on our side.
Improve on like the disabled talents, show them to another world. Like last year, we had some people going to Ghana. It was amazing because can show them their talent to another country, another people. So great. That, as Bulu team, we are going to win and back home. we're going to do our best to lift Gulu.
The games that began today on the 3rd of October will conclude on the 8th of October with the wheelchair race. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nalka Sports.
Away from that story, this time national and into StarTimes Uganda Premier League, 2 games as I talk right now. There is a game going on between KC and the team of Maroons. First half has already come to an end. Very soon the game will be getting into the second stanza, and it's still a 1-1 tie. Maroons scored fast and KC of course had to come up with an equalizer, but earlier on we saw a game between Mbara City and the team of Sports Club Vipers, and that game of course ended in a barren draw. That means Vipers of course missed the chance to go on top of the log. If they had won the game, it was going to take the Venoms on top of the log in match day 3, and they were going to be with the same number of points with Airtel Chitara with 9 points. Since they played a draw with Mbara base side, that's Mbara City, now they have remained with 7 points and a goal difference of 3. Now on top is still the team, that's Airtel Chitara with positive of 3. Second is of course Bull FC. Now Vipers comes to 3rd position, and if you take a look at how Vipers they have been performing in the previous games they have played in the new season of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. The first game they played, they were able to beat Gaddafi by 2-1, and recently they beat Arua City-based side Arua Hill Sports Club by 2-0, and the game they have played today in match day 3 ending in a barren draw. They were away to Kacheka Stadium to take on Mbara City, and as I said, currently there is a game ongoing between the team of KC and Maroons, still 1-1, and we are getting into the second half of the show. Now for Maroons, they have played 3 games and winning 1. The other one is still ongoing, the one I am just talking about, and then the other one they managed to win. Meanwhile, for the team of KC, the first game they were supposed to take on Express, and that game was postponed because they had engagement in continental football, that was in CAF Confederations Cup. The second game they played, they lost into the hands of Bull FC by 1-0. As I talk right now, the game between Express, the fixer, has already been rescheduled, and it will take place over this weekend, and it will be on Sunday. Let's finalize it with what is happening international, more especially the return of European nights. I am talking about the UEFA Champions League match day 2, and we are just some few minutes away for the kickoff of the game between Union Berlin of Germany as they will be taking on Sporting Braga of Portugal. This game is starting at 8 p.m. If we take a look at how these two sides they played in match day 1, Union Berlin lost into the hands of the Los Blancos Bianconeros, that's Real Madrid, by 1-0. Meanwhile, Sporting Braga in the same group, they were beaten by the team of Napoli by 2-1. Another game which is kickstarting at the same time, 8 p.m. is actually the game between Red Bull Salzburg of Austria taking on Real Sociedad of Spain, and these two sides, Real Sociedad played out a 1-1 draw with the team of Inter Milan in match day 1. Meanwhile, Red Bull Salzburg went on to beat Soccer Lisboa Benfica of Portugal by 2-0. The rest of the other games to be played tonight in UEFA Champions League will start exactly at 10 p.m. and there will be a game between Bayern Munich and FC Copenhagen of Denmark, as Bayern Munich will be taking a trip away to Denmark. Copenhagen, the first game they played a draw with the Copenhagen, played a draw with the team of Galatasaray, and Bayern Munich beating Manchester United in match day 1 by 4-3. And also another game is actually between Manchester United taking on the team Galatasaray of Turkey. As I said, Galatasaray played out a 2-2 tie with the team of Copenhagen. Meanwhile, Manchester United lost to Bayern Munich by 4-3. There another game which will start at the same time is RC Lens of France that will take on Arsenal of England. Arsenal beat the team of PSV Eindhoven of Netherlands by 4-0 in match day 1, and meanwhile RC Lens had to share the spoil with Sevilla. At the same time, PSV Eindhoven, they will take on the team of Sevilla. I've just mentioned how these two sides of course played in match day 1, and there will be a game between San Siro based club, that's Inter Milan, as they will be staying at San Siro and take on Soccer Lisboa Benfica. Just as I said, Inter Milan played a 1-1 draw with Real Sociedad. They were away to San Mamés in Spain. Meanwhile, Soccer Lisboa Benfica lost into the hands of Red Bull Salzburg of Austria by 2-0, and they were at Estadio da Luz 2 in Portugal. And the last game to be played in UEFA Champions League tonight is the biggest of it, as we will see. Los Blancos, the king of Europe, the king of UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid, taking a trip away to Sao Paulo to take on the team of Napoli. Napoli, the first game in match day 1 they played, they were able to beat Sporting Braga of Portugal by 2-1. Meanwhile, Real Madrid got it late through Bellingham's goal against the team of Union Berlin. And briefly, how the team news will look like for Manchester United. Anton, of course, returns back from the suspension and could feature for the team of Manchester United. And also for the side of Galatasaray, expect some of the players that have been playing in UEFA Champions League, and not in UEFA Champions League, rather in English Premier League. Unfortunately, Hakim Ziyech is out injured, is going to miss the game. Former Crystal Palace winger Zaha, of course, will be playing for the team of Galatasaray, as they will be making the trip to Old Trafford. And Mauro Icardi, the former striker for Inter Milan and PSG, will also be featuring in the game. And also, at the same time, expect Tete, the former player for Fulham, to feature for the team of Galatasaray. Meanwhile, for Los Blancos, you will not be expecting Vinicius Jr. in the game. Thibaut Courtois is out injured. Eder Militao, a defender for them, the Brazilian, is also out injured. These are the injured updates I can give you. Meanwhile, for the game between RC Lens of France and Arsenal, Arsenal's squad has been boosted by the return of Thomas Partey from injury. So these are the updates as far as the European night returns tonight. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. Just locked West Nile TV, as we still have got interesting programs coming on your way. Tomorrow we will be getting back to give you what will actually happen tonight in the European night. More games in European night will return tomorrow, and also on Thursday. That's UEFA Europa League and UEFA Europa League Conference.
Thank you, Benson Pastore, for that